that started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the ACC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Trojans ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Pass, it's Proctor. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
I love the offense coming out, being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense
breaks into the open. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Unleashes to the end zone. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Off play action. He turns that loose down the right side.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The give to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Right back to the well. Got the first down and more. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to beat them to the edge with the jet sweep.
Really great job of awareness by the defense that time. They found the ball. They found the jet sweep. And how about the speed, being able to corral the ball carrier, get him down for a short gain.
So now it's second and long. Looking to pass. It's Warren. It's complete on the right side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. The thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Working that wide receiver screen. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So
turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to throw, it's Proctor. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The play-action fake. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Keeps looking downfield. nicely threw it to the kid playing the tuba. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted this, same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame.
Makes the catch down the right side.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Warren. Fakes to grab. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, it's a great design on offense on that pass play there. You see they clear out the middle of the field. They leave a huge space wide open for the quarterback to attack. Nice timing on the throw.
They'll give it to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Here come the Irish back on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They booted away. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. He'll pull it down.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you can tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Warren. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Lemon. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Newt Rockne, Eric Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Wants to keep it in the air. He'll take a shot. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive.
He's going to let it go. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got some room under the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the left side. There he goes. He's now up to 52 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
On the run, it's Thornburg. Runs through the tackle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Got it in the middle. It's Wormley. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls it in. It's Bray. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split them out wide.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Pressure coming. He's got it inside the 25. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Bray. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He tries to take the top off. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Volunteers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. To the air, it's Warren. Catch in the middle, it's Mitchell. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Leaves it with the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Coming out with it, it's Brake. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success.
Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Chunked it away just as he was hit. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brake. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Cincinnati handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll leave it with him. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Might be changing the route. The give to the back. Finding an escape route. He's loose on the back, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Irish! The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go, and they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Back to throw, it's Warren. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, USC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there. 6 points.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Gives it to the back on the draw. Crosses the 20, he's got it. Flying out to the left. The 20. He's at the slippery slide. Finding his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
This time it's complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. This defense will try to keep everything in front. To the air, it's Warren. It's complete.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He wants to throw it again. Right down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Catch in the middle, it's Mitchell. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here's the handoff. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we are tied up in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Dropping back, it's Proctor. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Warren. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lemon. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna look downfield again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You can tell. Later, and you could see the ball.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And you want that clock to run. There he goes! And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Proctor. Fires into the end zone. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. We're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Mitchell. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Trojans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Got enough for the first down once more. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Quickly complete. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. East Carolina looked dynamic today in a strong victory there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. They did the little things well, they did the big things well, and well, that's how you win games. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on. Gonna let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He wants a big play here late. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
After that incompletion, fourth and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Calls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the change. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Wormley. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Trojans will have it first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield, it's Proctor. Pocket breaking down. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the Jewel Shillelagh. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.